Hey, welcome. If you've ever felt that knot in your stomach right before a job interview, then you are in the exact right place. Today, we're going to take all that stress and turn it into a solid playbook for confidence, especially if you're trying to land that call center role. All right, let's jump right in.
So let's start with this question, because it's a really frustrating one, isn't it? You know you've got the skills, you know you can do the job, so why does the interview sometimes feel like this impossible wall you can't climb over? Trust me, a lot of us have been there, and it can feel like a total mystery.
But here's the secret, and honestly, this is a total game changer. Failing an interview, it's really because you lack the ability. Almost always it comes down to a lack of preparation. And the best part about that? Preparation is something you have 100% control over.
Okay, so this brings us to our first big idea. We're going to completely reframe this whole challenge. We're going to uncover the one secret that really shifts the power back to you, moving you out of that anxiety zone and into a place of real, actual confidence.
This, right here, this is the key. Just let that sink in for a second. If the questions are predictable, then the interview is no longer the scary, unknown thing. It's a performance you can actually rehearse for. You can prep your answers, you can prep your stories, you can prep your whole professional vibe way in advance. You see, recruiters, they're not there to trick you. They just have a kind of mental checklist they're going through. They're really just asking, can you communicate clearly? Can you stay cool when things get stressful? And do you get the fundamentals of this job? Once you know what they're looking for, you can shape your answers to show them you tick all the boxes.
So how do you prove you get the basics? Well, you've got to speak the language. Think of this next part as your toolkit. It's the essential vocab that shows you're not just guessing. It shows you're a professional who actually understands the industry. First up, the easiest one, candidate. That's you. But, thinking of yourself as a candidate is actually a really helpful mindset shift. Your goal isn't just to want the job, it's to present the most prepared, most impressive version of your professional self. And that's exactly what we're working on today. Next, you've got the recruiter. You can think of them as the gatekeeper. Their main job is to quickly screen people and find a few strong matches for the hiring manager. So what's your goal? Make their job easy for them. The more clearly and quickly you can show you're a good fit, the better your chances of getting through that gate.
And then you have the hiring manager. This is the person who makes the final call. So while the recruiter kind of opens the door, the hiring manager is the person you really need to convince. They're looking past the basic skills, and they're wondering about team fit, your long-term potential, and if you can solve their specific problems.
Okay, this is such a great distinction to get. Look, anyone can write problem solving on a resume. That's a skill. But competency? That's when you demonstrate how you use that skill combined with your knowledge of the situation and your professional behavior all rolled into one. Recruiters don't just hire for a list of skills. They hire for competency.
The classic strength and weakness questions. Knowing your strengths is all about marketing yourself with confidence. But understanding your weaknesses, that's not about admitting you're a failure. No way. It's about showing you're self-aware and you're committed to growing. And let me tell you, that is a huge plus in any hiring manager's book. So whenever you hear a question that starts with something like, tell me about a time when, this is what's going on. It's a behavioral question. Recruiters use these because they believe your past behavior is the best predictor of your future performance. They want a real story, not some vague answer, so they can see your competency in action. Scenarios are a little different. They're basically hypothetical tests. They're designed to put you on the spot and see how you think, how you problem solve, and if you can stay professional and focused on the customer, even when things get tough. This is your chance to show them you can handle the job before you even have it. All right, so we've uncovered the big secret, that interviews are predictable, and we've learned the language. Now for this last section, let's pull it all together into a really simple, actionable playbook that you can use to walk into your next interview feeling totally prepared and confident. This is the one idea that connects everything we've talked about. If you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. Every single minute you spend preparing isn't just about memorizing answers. It's about building genuine, unshakable confidence in yourself. So, it all boils down to this easy 3-step plan. First, just change your mindset. The interview is predictable, it's not some scary monster. Second, learn the lingo so you sound like you belong there. And third, prepare your stories, your real-world examples for those behavioral and scenario questions. That's it. That's the whole playbook.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. We started with the idea that preparation is everything, and now you have the playbook to actually do it. So let's put it to work right now. Just take a second and answer this for yourself. What is your greatest strength? Your journey to acing that next interview, it starts right there with that answer. Good luck.